Godfather of Harlem, Season 3, Episode 7. All roads lead to Malcolm. We have Jose Battle and Bumpy Johnson doing the distribution of the new product. They at the club, Jose Battle's club, and he's asking him a question about Malcolm X. And he said, I'm going to tell you something. I ain't supposed to tell anything. He said that he revealed that the UN, that Malcolm and Che Guevara, Castro, supposed to be meeting at the having a thing at the UN. And we know from last week, Jose is down to fight any what he considers communist, Castro, or he considers Malcolm on the same line. He's willing to do whatever. So the FBI shows up, and a guy named Pike comes in there and arrests Jose Battle, and Bumpy's puzzled why they didn't get him. So he talks to Wild Bill, and he said it must be somebody in your organization that's a snitch. And Bumpy doesn't really believe that, but he goes and checks and talks to that lawyer, his lawyer Archie, the judge, and the banker. And they tell him that they would never do anything of that sort. They put him in the highest regard. So we come to find out later that they use Jose as a pretext to try to get, I guess, Bumpy to try to go against some of his people. But the mole, it's not, it's a mole that's working with the CIA and the FBI, because we find that the CIA and the FBI were basically playing a cat and mouse game. They were trying to jock who could get Malcolm first or create conflict to get him, because they tried to get him in. The CIA tried something in overseas when he was over there in Africa, and it didn't work out. And now the FBI is trying to say basically it's that CIA is international. We are home turf, so it's our right to do it. And come to find out, the guy that's supposed to be under Wild Bill, Conrad, is the guy that is the mole for the FBI. And basically, Bumpy basically tries to get some vacation tickets to his lawyer Archie and his wife Lillian, and they get ready to leave, and basically Conrad shoots Bumpy's lawyer in the car, and the wife is hysterical, crying and everything, and she's talking to Mamie, saying that Bumpy needs to find out who did this to her husband, and she pretty much knows what's kind of going on a little bit. So then you got Joe Colombo. He goes to the families and said to take the sanctions off because he knew they were trying to kill him, and basically that he's going for the power to be over the families. And he talks to Stella, and we know Stella is just, oh boy, Stella is just, she don't have so many bodies in this last couple seasons up to now. It's ridiculous. He talked to Stella. Stella saying that it might have been the lawyer, but she's the one that told the lawyer that Columbo was trying to mess with her, and that's why her father got mad and put the hit, and then she killed Lombardi last week. So basically, they take the lawyer and they beat him up. Joe Colombo and them beat him up real bad, and he said that he's going to retire as the lawyer. And she's telling them, no, let's. She said, she said something. I can talk to my father. I can handle my father. And she basically confides in Joe and said that basically that she told the lawyer to tell her father that Columbo was trying to mess with her. And he said, you cause a lot of trouble. A lot of, the families want me. Gigante wants me. He said, we might have an edge because she said she knows something about the person that put the hit out on her, which was her stepmother, Olympia. And they go to Olympia. Olympia's scared to death, and they in the wherever apartment she's at. And come to find out, they get her to go where those bodies are of Lombardi or whatever, and this other guy. And basically, that's where the bodies were buried. And come to find out, and I think it slipped my mind that she was messing with one of the mob bosses. She was sleeping with one of the mob bosses. Olympia was Stella's stepmother, and basically Joe goes up there and brings her to the meeting, and he said, "I want the sanctions lift off me, and if something happened to me, then the stuff that you got about you messing with sleeping with one of the mob bosses, you won't even make it to breakfast." He said, "I'm taking Harlem. It's gonna be mine." He walks out of the meeting, and basically that's going on. Then you got the whole thing with Omar is meeting with some of the members of the Nation of Islam Temple Number 7, and he's asking about something else. And then she said that it's a woman that was, I think, Marley in the last couple of episodes seasons. She basically was talking about there's a plot by Mosque number 28, and then we know that was the Mosque that was part of the team that took out Malcolm X historically. But anyway, I digress. Um, we come to find out that he's trying to get information. I don't know where Omar is going. I don't know if Omar is trying to work with Malcolm or he's trying to work against Malcolm. It's very, it's very like question marks in the air. But he goes and meet with the guy in Newark, Moss, and his wife, and they talking about there's a plot to take Malcolm down, and that's the talk in the Moss 25 in Newark, New Jersey, the Newark, New Jersey Moss, I believe. And then he goes back to Malcolm, and he comes in and sweeps for bugs. He's showing the bugs in the telephones, bugs in the ceiling. He's sweeping for bugs, and he's telling them Malcolm about the plot, and he get ready to walk off, and Malcolm said, "No, stay. I want to make you my chief of staff." And I'm like, "I don't know about that, Malcolm. Make him chief of staff." But Malcolm wants him to be chief of staff of his security, and it's very eerie. Then you got, like I said, Bumpy Johnson goes back to the meeting with because they got Jose Battle out of jail, and he goes has the meeting with Jose and Wild Bill, and he said that it's not a rat that's a part of this whole plot. It's a mole, and the mole is your guy, Wild Bill, Conrad. Conrad is the mole. And Bumpy get ready to take him out. And Wild Bill talks to him. He said, "No, he's lying. That's not true. I'll never do that. I would never do anything like that. I'm with you." And then basically he offs him off in the little meeting area. And also too, Bumpy also is meets the FBI, whatever, and come to find out they got plans. The FBI and the CIA were basically gunning for Malcolm, stroking the fires. And while Bill had a meeting with the FBI saying that they had information on J. Edgar Hoover in some compromising photos. I'm not gonna go there, but you can do the research on that if you want to do that further about what those photos were about J. Edgar Hoover. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But anyway, I digress. But that, that's going on. But Bumpy finds out that it's not the FBI's not. They already know about Bumpy doing the narcotics smuggling. They said, you just a small fish. The big fish is Malcolm X. He's the big fish. So he sees plans that they got in the office at the UN meeting that he's supposed to go to, where they trying to get rid of him at the UN meeting. So it's bigger than what he thought. And yeah, so yeah, and then Mamie's get like she's getting ready to leave him and stuff. Maybe's getting tired because of her friend Lillian. His lawyer was murdered, and she's blaming Bumpy for that. Yeah, very interesting episode, very powerful. We're gonna see what's gonna happen next week. Everybody, take care. Thank you.